Welcome to Pull a Pin Ready, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. Can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we're going to give it to you anyways
I'm
because
Jim.
they're the best
Oh,
opinions.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you were going to add to that.
No,
I'm
sorry.
Jim.
I am not Nate.
Still not Nate. You're just not
Still
Nate.
not Nate.
Mm-hmm.
No, I figured I'll walk it out a little bit. Stretch it.
Right, right. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, because Nate might not be back for a while, so I don't know what you're going to do in like 30 episodes from now.
Exactly.
Yeah, what are you
I
going to
mean,
do?
eventually I'm going to run out of characters.
Exactly. So, anyways, speaking of characters, you're back here with me and this guy. This guy right here. Oh, I got my cameras now backwards, so what I see here. Anyways, whatever. So, welcome back. Shout outs, Johnny, Christine, as usual, and all you solicitors trying to get us to. So funny, dude. That's most of our emails, most of our comments is people saying, "Oh, your content is so great. If you want to take it to the next level, hire me." Like they probably haven't even watched it. They just click and whatever. Anyways, maybe we do need to hire them. But we're not really concerned about that. We want veterans. We want veterans. If you're a veteran out there, get on the show. Website's on the bottom. Get on the show. Um, yes, because apparently, unless there's food involved, I can't count on any of these veterans to stick around. But anyway, we're going to
Maybe
talk
you
about some
need to
headlines.
start serving more pets.
Yes. You notice my cat's not here right now.
Yeah.
That's how I
Well,
get you
that
on the
joke is
show.
going to be funny for a long time, a very long time.
Yeah, that's how I
Just
get
do
you
it.
on the show. Um, So, and you're here to do what? You're here to talk about some headlines, right? From our perspective, and why is our perspective important?
Headlines and footlines
Yes. So, why is our perspective important?
because it's better.
Outstanding. So, let's just
Better.
get on with the headline. Nancy Pelosi's nephew snags sweetheart conflict of interest waiver from feds. Did you even know
Why?
this stuff existed?
Why is Nancy Pelosi's nephew even a thing? Like, why do I give a shit about Nancy Pelosi's nephew?
Dude, how do you think that family got rich? All the inside stuff that lady's been doing. They call her Skeletor. She is in charge of everything up there. She's the
Yeah,
one
but
that put AOC in line, and she's pulling the strings for a lot of stuff.
yeah, but like, I mean, what is she? Is she like the Kim Kardashian of politics? Like
Yeah,
the I don't care, but like somehow you keep ending up in the news. Like, just go away.
yeah, that's what she is, and she, yeah, she's got a lot of power and control, and apparently she can protect her family, not only make them rich, but protect them. So, and
Okay,
this is
so
probably
what's
one of
the
those sweetheart
conflict of
deals.
interest waiver?
It's probably a sweetheart deal. He's probably doing something for the government, although he shouldn't be because she's the one that approves it. So he's probably
Oh,
he's getting
okay.
rich. The bottom line, he's getting
Right.
rich.
Okay. It makes sense
It's a
now. I
money
was just
deal.
reading it a little wrong. I was like, why do we care what he's doing for his sweetheart? But never mind. It makes sense now. Punctuation is important, folks. Jim
Yes,
left out a
indeed.
comma somewhere.
Yes, indeed. I didn't write the headline, but yes, I
Like,
understand now.
I didn't even realize it was Valentine's Day. Like,
Oh
good for
my
him.
goodness. Well, let's move to something way more
Idiots are
important.
happy.
We'll go to something way more important. Germany is rushing to bring back borders due to fresh terror concerns.
Um, well, no. You know why they're rushing to close their borders? Because they heard about that Giants Panthers game. And they're like, no, quick, close it. Don't let him in.
Yeah. Well, chances are they probably got a full house and fresh crowd, and yeah, it doesn't matter. Football's football, American football. I mean, not regular football.
No, American football is the regular football.
Right. Exactly. That's what I thought. So, on a real note, though, Germany, um, who I think they lost out on the deal when Biden let the pipeline go for Russia, shut down our pipeline and let Russia's go. I think Germany's the one that lost out on that deal. So Germany's been suffering, but Germany's also, I think there's a lot of woke people in Germany too. I think they're like the UK. They're letting in a lot of illegals. The whole open border concept, people can come and go. I think these people are really naive in their thinking. You know what I mean? I think their utopia thinking is like, oh yeah, we'll just open the borders, we'll get the flow of people, be happy, all that. But I don't think they realize that even like here when we have hailstorms, all the crooks come from one state to the next to sell people roofs, right? They migrate too. So crime migrates faster than regular people. So
Well, and not only that, but it's like, if somebody is, you know, if somebody has a good situation where they're not apt to leave, right? So typically, when you've got people who are trying to, you know, close up shop and start up somewhere else, it's because they have a bad situation where they're at.
mhm.
Now, sometimes you might get lucky, like, and, like in situations like, the U.S. stealing a bunch of Soviet scientists during the Cold War. Yeah, Russia was a shitty place to live during the Soviet years,
Right.
especially if you were an intelligent, educated person, um, because the Soviets were very anti-thinking for yourself. Um, but the world as a whole is a relatively calm place, right? Like by comparison now. So the people who are living comfortable lives, whatever, where they're at, there's not a whole lot of great stressors that are putting out the people who you would want to bring in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, um, and that's not to say that just because somebody is uneducated and poor that they're a bad person. I'm not saying
No,
that.
no.
I mean,
There's no
uh,
correlation. You could be a good person and poor all you want.
yeah, I mean, because
It
God
works
knows
both ways. It doesn't
we
give
have
you an
plenty of
excuse.
shitty rich people in this country, and a lot of them live in Washington. But
Right.
I mean, it's the it's like you said, the bad element are they're the first people who are looking for new opportunities, and when they see prosperity and success in a place, the criminal element is going to go, oh hey, I see an opportunity there, right?
Right.
So it's just that's why you know the US, if you do it the right way, makes it so difficult to become a citizen, because it's not you shouldn't want people in your country with just who are just coming there flippantly, right? Like you want a committed person,
Right.
um, somebody who wants to be here should work for it. Absolutely. you know um, I, just my opinion,
No,
like
no, and you're right. And I break it down the same way. I'm like, why do people move? I mean, most people are either getting away from something or going towards something. And usually when they're getting away something, they're thinking that it's better on the other side. Like most people are chasing a better life, a better place. Now, we all would do that. And you know this from the military, even just having a really good team or squad, everybody wanted to be on your squad. The problem is when people are not willing to work to build that place, all they keep doing is hopping from good thing to good thing to good thing because they get the old. It's what's happening now with the northeastern idiots, the ones coming from Jersey and New York, and they're moving down south. They're
caught.
leaving that crap holes, and they're going down to North Carolina, and they're going in there and they're spending too much money on houses, driving the cost up for people that live there, demanding they put in, these stores and things that they had when they left. And they're sitting there literally thinking they're going for a better life and they're making it what they left. It's just not destroyed yet. So that's what they're doing. They're moving from place to place, destroying whatever's in their path, thinking they're getting a better life, but all they're taking is somebody else's way of life and ruining it. Like there's a reason you're attracted to that place you went. For example, if you move to a small town, you're like that place because it's a small town. It's quiet, it's peaceful. And then when you get there, what are you doing? You're bringing your family, your cousins. Now you're making the town bigger. Well, what do you think is going to happen? Town's going to grow, going to get bigger, and then you're going to be like, this town sucks. Let's move to another small town and destroy it. That's what these people do. Now, if you really want to go somewhere, you go somewhere and you build it, you make it. You know what I mean? But there's too many moochers out there, too many people just mooching on everybody else's stuff. And I tell you this because I moved into town and I immediately started to find ways I can contribute. How can I contribute? And these people are so gun shy of all of the people I just explained that they don't even trust anybody coming to their towns because that's what these people do. Oh, it's better over there. Look at people in California. Oh, the taxes suck. Let's move to Florida and Texas. And now let's make laws to get more tax revenue so we can have more stuff. And they're going to end up just like California. These people are stupid and they don't even realize how dumb they are. If you go somewhere because somebody else is doing it right, then you go and assimilate to their lifestyle. Everybody wanting to come to America wants to come because it's a better place. But if you don't assimilate, you're going to turn it into the same crap hole you just left. And that's why it
Facts.
pisses me off. It makes me so mad. And these people look at it, but they're just so naive and ignorant, they don't even see that. They just see it as a blank slate for them. Oh,
Yeah.
look,
Don't
it's clean
bring
here.
your Haitian pet eating
Right.
trends and up here and ruin our Ohio. Our Ohio was perfectly fine before you came up here and started eating cats and dogs.
Look, I'm not sitting here pretending we don't have this kind of stuff in our own country. I'm not pretending we don't have people that think like this and act like this in our own country because we do. But there's a formula. There's a formula to success. There's a formula to everything. Believe me, man, playing the victim doesn't work. And you can go to any other country and be like, oh, but country that lets people come in and pretend to be victims of something they had no part in. They did nothing for this place. But then they're taking all our money, and then we got these fools giving it to them. I got empathy. I got compassion. Why do you think? Why do you think our country spends all that money overseas? We spend millions of dollars to countries like Venezuela and all these other places. For what? To help them because we have compassion. We're a rich country. We have compassion. So if you're going to send all your people here, I think the very first thing Trump should do when he gets in office is cut all that money off to those foreign countries. Say, you want money?
I
You
mean,
want us
but
to help support you?
didn't he make that as a campaign promise when he ran in 20?
Oh, I don't know. No, he tore down like NATO and made those countries pay their fair share. He made countries pay for our protection rather than just living off of it.
I
And that's
mean,
what they do. That's what they do. And you think about it. You got to have some respect. Let's say you were homeless tomorrow and I decided to let you stay in my house. You need to respect my house. You need to come into my house and play by my rules and do everything you can to appreciate why you're there.
Jim, I
Even
was homeless and I did stay in your house. I thought I was very polite when I was there.
well, that wasn't the subject of this headline, but we're going to move to the next one because we still got a lot to go and we have run out of time. Um, Girls field hockey team forfeits match because opposing team has male student on roster. We're still
I
on this.
mean, uh, it's not a girls' field hockey team if you have a boy on the roster. That's
Well,
just,
yeah, that's written from the perspective of this. I'm sure the other side of this perspective
yeah.
would have been a trans female or just female. They'll call it a female. So yeah. So good. I mean, good on
So
them.
this is a Fox News headline, is what you're saying.
I'm saying it's probably a right leaning. Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's definitely probably a right leaning, but it's an accurate one. It's a true one. So that's why
I mean,
it makes more sense to me.
you
Go ahead.
know,
It's your liberal stuff. Go ahead.
no, I mean, I think I feel like this is a little bit of a dead horse that we're just beating the shit out of here. But it's
Apparently,
like,
it's not because it's still happening.
no, no, I know. I'm like, you know, I'll be the first person to tell you that life is short, okay? And if you don't feel happy in your own skin, then change it, okay?
I
But
agree.
there is there is a biological difference between, and I think I've said this before, okay? Like at conception, okay, your parents contribute one chromosome each, okay? And your options are XX, which makes you a female, or you are an XY, which makes you a male,
Or
okay?
the rare
Mothers,
deformity of XYY or something, or YXY or something.
uh,
The intersex hermaphrodites, I think you should call them, or
but
whatever.
regardless, 99.999%
Right.
of us fall into that XX or XY category. Okay.
Hmm.
What you have between your thighs does not change whether you're an XX or an XY. If you want to have your Audi turned into an innie, or your innie turned into an Audi, or your Audi turned into three Audis, right? You can have like a fucking pack of hot dogs down there. It doesn't matter.
That's coming, dude. It's coming.
I'm sure it is. But I mean, it doesn't matter because
Literally.
at the base, you're still an XX or an XY. Okay. And if this is an XY field hockey team, then there shouldn't be any XXs on the other team.
Right.
It's not right.
And that's what I said. I mean, this has been around for a long time. You know, homosexuality, the people, drag queen. Look, nobody cares about what you're doing in your bedroom. Nobody cares. It's when you bring it on to other people. And sports is an area we created a women's league because it wasn't fair for women to be competing against men. And you don't see it the other way around, right? How many women do you see joining men's teams? They tried to break those barriers, right? They did have a female kicker on this team. Like they tried to do that, but that's a whole different angle, and that's a whole look at me, I'm somebody special thing. But those women in men's sports don't last. They don't last. And it's not to say like I think one guy said, well, Ronda Rousey can kick my butt. Yeah, she can kick my butt too, because she's trained, but she can't kick any male that trains like hers.
Yeah.
Do that. So the point of sports is a competitive.
Yeah.
It's a
Let's put
competition.
Ronda Rousey in with Brock Lesnar and see who wins.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So they're acting like, oh yeah, there could be tough women. Yeah, and there's wimpy men, like most of you that believe this. You're mostly wimpy men. So yes, some of these women could do that. But the point of the matter is these are strictly competitions that people train for. So you're affecting other people. You're not just picking and choosing a gender of your choice. You're
And
literally taking away the hard work and efforts of other people.
yeah, and and here's my thing, right? Because it's like, there's a million different ways to look at this, right? Like, oh, you're causing this person, whatever. But it's like it's not. I mean, even if you look at it from a greater good perspective, okay, like, this student is taking away a position on that roster from a young lady who is now not on the roster.
Mhm.
Like there could have been, I don't know how many players there are on a field hockey team, but if it's 30 and 50 people tried out, well, he's not just screwing the other team by being, you know, a, a
Biologically advanced.
yeah, competitor, but
Mhm.
he's shitting somebody at his own school by taking away a roster slot. He's costing the other team, and it's just the whole thing. I don't know, man. I
And
just
that's the thing. Look, it's not like he can't play sports. He can with men, like he was. So we're not taking away his ability to play at all. He can just play with the men. And if they really cared about these people, then make a solution. Don't take from other people. Make
I,
an XYX league or something.
well, legitimately, I feel that's the only real answer is not to make it an exact parallel comparison, but I mean there's Special Olympics for people
It's even
who.
controversy in that, dude. It's even controversy of what special is.
Well, yeah, I mean, who was it? Russia, I think, that had six something athletes thrown out because they weren't actually special.
Oh yeah, remember Russia used to do this years ago. You remember some of the women they sent? They didn't look like women, dude. The Russia in the Olympics, Russia
So
was
you're
sending.
saying Russia was ahead of the
Oh,
curve?
they were way ahead of the curve. And back then we were mad because they were cheating. Now we're over here letting women get hurt by grown ass men wearing dresses.
I
It's
mean,
crazy, dude. It's crazy. And like I said, I got
look,
empathy for
I'm just
you.
telling you, don't knock the dress, okay? One, you get that breeze on the fellas one time, and
Well, I get
you'll
it, dude.
you'll
The
be a
Arabs
converted
wear
heathen,
these
okay?
things. Arabs wear these things. They don't. I don't even know if they wear underwear over there. But I get it. I understand the dress, the kilts, and I understand that. I get it. Free ball and whatever you want to call it, whatever. I get it. The point is when you're affecting another person's life, especially in a contact sport, yeah, it's unacceptable. I would even go as far as saying some of these kids, these high school kids that are like 6 feet and they're like in middle school and like 200 pounds, I would go as far as saying they shouldn't be able to play. Sorry, you were born abnormal, but you don't match the competitive skill of the people on the field. You're gonna get people hurt. So, these grown ass men that go out and hit hard in football, they train their lives to take a hit and give a hit. And some are better than others. Some get hit and fall down like, soccer guys.
I mean,
Oh,
honestly though, that's why I don't think there should be. Uh, I'm not pro ban on PEDs. If somebody's getting paid millions upon millions of dollars to be an athlete, and they want to take something to get an edge, then that should be their decision. I
yeah,
mean,
but I don't know. I don't think it's natural.
how many office workers, or uh, minimum wage people chug fucking energy drinks all day to stay
Yeah, but
cognizant
again,
of what
dude, they
they're doing?
make how
What's the
much money?
difference? And
They
that
make how
guy's
much
getting paid
money?
minimum wage to chug
Yeah,
monsters all day. I mean, this guy's getting paid millions of dollars. If he wants to
nah.
fucking no,
We have to save for another because we can go in a rabbit hole with this one, but I don't like that. I don't think that should be the fact. Mm. But we do have one more thing we'll talk about here. Epilepsy drug could reduce sleep apnea symptoms. Study finds.
sign me up.
I'm telling you, how many people got sleep apnea, especially military people. I don't know, man. There's a lot. There's a lot. But would
Dude,
you
and the
would you
VA
try
just
that?
gave me this new machine too, right? And the settings on it are all jacked up. And this thing has been pumping air into my stomach. Like I wake up out of a dead sleep in the middle of the night feeling like I'm gonna vomit, and I'm just like "Bleh." The world's largest fucking belch. It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's actually worse. Actually, because I don't know. I got a quick story. I was diagnosed and then undiagnosed because the second opinion said these settings are so high, it's causing problems. So it was creating because my settings were so high, it was creating the sleep apnea.
Mhm.
So they undiagnosed me. I'm not sure if I don't still have it or not because I don't trust any of these people anymore because COVID proved that it's all about money. But this could be a good thing for all you with sleep apnea. So hopefully it all works out. Oh, and we are going to go ahead and terminate this exit episode. Exit this episode. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. You got to help me out with this one. Um,
English, motherfucker. Do
yeah,
you speak it?
like, share, subscribe, pull the pin, whatever it is you got to do, but get involved. And
Boom.
until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.